gentle melody found its way into our hearts, like a velvet jazz refrain floating through the dark. Two souls moving slowly to a rhythm of their own, following a road together, neither wished to walk alone. From the very beginning, something sacred came alive, a promise written softly between your heart and mine. And with every passing season, the feeling only grows, like moonlight on the river, like a song that always flows. It's far too late for goodbye, far too late to let love fade. After all the dreams we've shared, after all the memories made, 1,000 hearts could never put into words what we became. So take my hand and trust the feeling. Let forever know our names. Slowly, surely, we'll keep moving on toward a peaceful horizon, toward where our hearts belong. The years have taught me patience, the nights have taught me grace, yet every vow we whispered still lingers in this place. Though storms may gather around us, though shadows cross the sky, no trial can erase the truth we hold inside. With you beside me, the world feels warm again, like flowers after winter, like sunshine after rain. Every challenge that we face, every mountain standing tall, only proves how deep our love is, only strengthens it all. It's far too late for goodbye, far too late to let love fade. After all the dreams we've shared, after all the memories made, 1,000 hearts could never put into words what we became. So take my hand and trust the feeling. Let forever know our names. The piano plays softly, the saxophone sighs, while the stars keep dancing across midnight skies. And in this timeless moment, there's nothing left to fear, because every road I travel leads me back to you, my dear. It's far too late for goodbye, far too late to walk away. What was written by destiny was never meant to change. So believe in this devotion, believe in what we And as the final notes fade, like a beautiful evening tide, I'll still be standing beside you, with forever on our side. A single melody began to bloom between our hearts, soft as moonlight, gentle as a midnight breeze, yet powerful enough to change the course of our lives. What started as a quiet feeling slowly became a symphony, a timeless romance written across the pages of destiny. Night after night, the piano tells our story, while the saxophone paints the colors of our devotion. Every note speaks your name, every rhythm carries the promise we made long ago, a promise too deep to simply disappear. The road we chose together has stretched across the years, through seasons of joy, moments of doubt, and countless dreams shared beneath the stars. And now, after all we have lived through, there is no turning back. Our souls have traveled too far together. The longer time passes, the more certain I become. The vows we whispered were never empty words. They became part of who we are. Even when storms appeared,
even when
obstacles rose before us,
even when
life tested our resolve,
love remained
steady, patient, unbroken. The bass walks softly beneath the melody, keeping time with our journey, while the trumpet rises gently, like hope greeting a new dawn. With you beside me, the burdens of yesterday seem lighter. The sorrow that once followed me loses its hold, and suddenly the future feels brighter. Your presence is like a garden in spring, filled with the fragrance of possibility, where dreams blossom freely and every horizon feels within reach. Yes, there are challenges ahead, there always will be, But every trial becomes smaller when faced together. Because love is not the absence of hardship. Love is choosing the same hand again and again when the road becomes difficult. Tonight,
Under a sky
filled with stars,
I realize
something beautiful. It is too late,
for goodbye.
too late to pretend our hearts are strangers.
Too late
To walk away from a story that has already become part of our souls. Thousands of emotions cannot be erased by a single sentence. Years of devotion cannot disappear with a single farewell. So believe in what we have built. Believe in the promises that still live within us. Believe in the quiet strength of a love that has endured. The piano sways softly, the saxophone lingers in the air, and our hearts continue moving to the same timeless rhythm. Slowly, surely, step by step, toward a place beyond fear,
beyond doubt,
beyond the storms of yesterday,
toward peace, toward forever.
toward a love that continues to bloom with every passing season. A love wrapped in jazz,
Moonlight
and endless devotion. A love that refuses to fade. In the quiet hours before dawn, when the world is still asleep, a question rises gently from the deepest part of my soul. Why do we seek the heavens? Is it love that guides us, or fear that leads the way? Do we lift our hands in worship because our hearts are filled with wonder, or because we tremble at the thought of being lost? The piano speaks softly, each note falling like prayer, while the upright bass moves slowly beneath the rhythm of reflection. Tonight I sit beneath a sky of stars, listening to the silence between every breath. And there, within that silence, I find another question. If there were no golden gates, no eternal reward beyond the clouds, would I still whisper your name? If there were no flames to fear, no judgment waiting beyond tomorrow. Would I still fall to my knees in gratitude and reverence? The saxophone rises gently, like incense drifting toward heaven, carrying the hopes, the doubts, and the faith of every searching soul. Perhaps true devotion lies beyond promises and consequences. Perhaps love becomes pure when it asks for nothing in return. Not for paradise, not for reward, not even for understanding. Only because the heart recognizes a beauty greater than itself, a wisdom older than time, a presence that remains even when the world grows silent. Can we truly surrender? Can we bow with all our hearts, not out of fear, not out of desire, but simply because the one who created the stars is worthy of our praise? The night grows deeper, moonlight spills across the floor, and the music drifts through the darkness like a sacred conversation. Every note feels like a prayer, every melody feels like mercy, every breath feels borrowed from a love beyond measure. And in that moment, the questions begin to fade, not because they have been answered, but because the heart has remembered something greater. That faith is not merely seeking heaven. Faith is learning to love the divine for who he is, to stand in awe of infinite grace, to find peace in his presence alone. The piano plays one final chord, the stars remain above, and my soul whispers softly, even without reward, even without promise, I would still seek your light, I would still call your name, because you are worthy of every song, every prayer, every tear, and every beat of my heart. Forever, forever. A restless heart, a nervous soul, waiting quietly in the corner of the schoolyard, right where you promised you would meet me after class. The afternoon sun hangs low, painting golden shadows across the hallway, while the distant sound of laughter echoes through the air. I'm here alone, stealing a moment from the day, breaking all the little rules just to see your smile. The old clock keeps ticking, each minute feeling like an hour, and every passing footstep makes my heart skip a beat. I can't help but feel embarrassed. Even the tiny red ants marching along the wall seem to notice my secret. They pause for a moment as if they're asking me, "What are you doing here all by yourself?" And with a shy smile I whisper back, "I'm waiting for someone special." The breeze moves softly, carry memories through the campus, while youthful dreams float freely beneath the sky. It's funny and strange, yet completely true. A story I'll never forget. A schoolyard romance, a beautiful chapter written by two innocent hearts. No season was sweeter than those days together, when every glance felt magical. No story shines brighter than the memories we made, falling in love between classrooms and dreams. The jazz piano begins to play, soft and nostalgic, like pages turning inside an old yearbook. The saxophone follows gently, bringing color to forgotten afternoons, when everything felt possible and tomorrow seemed forever away. You finally appear at the end of the corridor, and suddenly the whole world changes. The nervous waiting, wondering, the silent anticipation, all disappear the moment our eyes meet. We had no riches, no grand adventures, no promises written in stone, only shared laughter, secret conversations, and feelings too young to understand. Yet somehow those simple moments became priceless. Years may pass, lives may change, and the seasons may continue their dance, but some memories remain untouched, like photographs faded by time, yet beautiful all the same. It's funny and strange, yet completely true. A memory that still warms my heart. The story of first love, the innocence of youth, and the magic of believing in forever. No chapter was brighter, no dream was sweeter than those days beneath the schoolyard sky. And even now, whenever a soft jazz melody plays, I find myself smiling, remembering the most beautiful story of all. A school day romance and a girl who made There's a girl I've known for quite a long, long while. Every time she smiles, she brightens up the room. She doesn't even realize the effect she has on me. One little glance and suddenly I forget what I was going to say. Every morning I look in the mirror, trying to look a little cooler, hoping someday she might notice me too. But whenever she walks my way, my confidence disappears, and all the clever words I planned get tangled in the air. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, if your heart is whispering too, don't keep it hidden forever. Maybe it's time to tell the truth. Come on and say it. Don't keep me guessing tonight. Come on and say it. Let's bring these feelings to light. Come on and tell me what your heart's been trying to say. Come on and tell me. Don't let this moment slip away. Come on and say it. Come on and tell me now. Come on and say it before the stars fade out somehow. I've thought about it for so long. A heart should never hide. What's the point of wondering when love is waiting outside? We've always been such good friends, laughing through the years. But behind every smile I've worn, I've been hiding something real. Why stay trapped inside a question when the answer could be near? Why let opportunity fade when another might appear? So tonight I'll take my chance and let my feelings fly before somebody else finds the courage before I. Come on and say it. Don't keep me guessing tonight. Come on and say it. Let's bring these feelings to light. Come on and tell me what your heart's been trying to say. Come on and tell me. Don't let this moment slip away. Then she laughed and looked at me with a sparkle in her eyes, and softly said, "You're sweeter than you realize. I care about you more than you know it's true. But maybe we're better keeping things the way we do." For a second my heart stood still, like the music lost its groove. Then she smiled a little wider and changed the entire mood. "Oh, don't be so serious. I was only teasing you. Forget what I just told you. Forget every word I said. Maybe I was joking. Maybe it's all in your head. Forget it. Forget it. Let's just laugh instead. Life's too short for sadness. Let's dance around it instead. The piano starts swinging, the saxophone joins in, and the whole room starts singing. We're smiling and laughing, no matter what tomorrow brings. Tonight we're simply living. The city lights are glowing, the jazz band plays on through, and whether love is friendship or something deeper too, I'm still happy just being here with you. Ba-da-da-da. Still happy just being here with you. Now I finally understand. You've drifted far beyond my reach, like a fading melody, lost somewhere in the midnight air. I know there is no road that can bring you back to me. The dreams we built together have become distant echoes, beautiful memories floating through the corridors of time. Tonight I sit alone in a dimly lit jazz lounge, listening to the piano whisper the story of what we once were. Outside the rain falls softly, tracing silver lines across the glass, while inside my heart quietly remembers you. If only I could begin again, if only I could return to the moments we let slip away, to the words left unspoken, to the chances we never took. But time moves in one direction, and no matter how much I wish the past remains untouched, you chose another path and slowly disappeared beyond the horizon of my life. Still, part of me refuses to forget. Do you understand, my love, how deeply I miss you? Do you know how empty these nights have become without you beside me? Every song reminds me of your smile. Every moonlit evening brings back the warmth of your presence, and every lonely hour whispers your name into the silence. Sometimes I wonder if you would believe me if I told you the truth, that despite everything, despite the distance, despite the years, a part of my heart still belongs to you. Not because I live in the past, but because some loves leave marks that time cannot erase. The saxophone cries softly now, its notes filled with longing, while the piano paints memories across the darkness. For a moment, I imagine you walking back through the door. I imagine hearing your voice, seeing your eyes, feeling your hand find mine once more. But the vision fades and reality returns. I know now that some dreams are meant to remain dreams. Some stories are meant to end before forever, and some loves are destined to survive only within memory. Yet even knowing this, I still cherish what we had, because loving you was never a mistake. It was a beautiful chapter, a melody that shaped my soul, a song that still plays whenever the night grows quiet. So if you ever think of me, if my name ever crosses your mind, know this: there was once a heart that loved you completely, a heart that still smiles at the memory of your laughter, a heart that quietly wishes things could have been different. And though I can no longer hold you, though our paths may never meet again, the music remains, the memories remain, and somewhere between the last piano note and the first light of dawn, a part of me will always belong to you. Within every love story, there is a language beyond words, a melody that drifts gently through the heart and soul. It lingers like a midnight jazz tune, softly echoing through memory, carrying fragments of moments too beautiful to forget. And whenever I hear that melody, I find myself returning to the story of us, the story of two hearts bound together by dreams, by laughter, by promises whispered beneath the stars. Those moments remain untouched, preserved forever inside the quiet chambers of my heart. Tonight, the piano plays softly, its notes falling like rain against the silence of the night. The saxophone follows gently, breathing life into memories that still belong to you. If this longing still belongs to your heart, then let me ask you something. How much longer must I wait for you? How many sunsets must disappear into darkness? How many lonely nights must I spend listening to the sound of your absence? Because every road I travel still somehow leads back to you. Every song I write carries your reflection. Every dream I chase ends with your smile waiting there. There was a time when everything felt effortless, when your hand found mine, when your eyes spoke more beautifully than words ever could. One glance from you was enough to steal my breath. One smile from you was enough to illuminate my entire world. And even now, after all this time, the memory remains powerful. Your eyes still haunt my thoughts. Your laughter still dances through my imagination. Your love still echoes like a timeless jazz standard, played beneath moonlit skies. The city sleeps tonight, wrapped in silver mist, while candlelight flickers across empty tables. I remain here waiting, waiting within my heart, waiting within my thoughts, waiting within every melody that drifts from the piano keys. The hours pass, the seasons change, yet my feelings remain unchanged. Still waiting, still believing, still hoping. Perhaps one day the distance will disappear. Perhaps one day the unanswered questions will finally find their answers. And perhaps one day you will walk will keep your memory alive inside every note I play. Because love like ours does not simply vanish. It becomes music, it becomes poetry, it becomes a longing that survives the passing of time. So if this yearning still belongs to you too, tell me, my love, how much longer must I wait for tonight, tomorrow, and every day beyond? My heart is still here, still listening, still dreaming, still waiting for you. In this quiet midnight hour, the city sleeps beneath a veil of rain, and I sit alone beside the window with nothing but memories and the sound of a lonely jazz piano. The room feels larger without you. Every shadow reminds me of the place where you once stood. Every silence echoes with words we never had the chance to say. Only now do I truly understand what it means to lose someone who became part of your soul. You are gone, yet somehow your presence remains everywhere. Upon the floor, in the melody drifting from the speakers, in the fragrance of old letters hidden inside forgotten drawers. Tonight, the saxophone cries softly, as if it knows my heart still searches for you. I often ask myself, could love ever return to the way it once was? Could the beautiful story we shared somehow begin again? But time moves forward, unmoved by wishes, unaffected by tears, and still I keep your memory alive. You are the only love my heart has never released. The years may pass, the seasons may change, yet your name remains written across every page of my life. No distance can erase you, no passing moment can diminish the warmth you left behind. You are the melody that never stops playing, the dream that never completely fades, the light that still glows the room remains empty. Only the music answers. And when the trumpet rises above the piano's tender chords, it feels like a conversation between my heart and the heavens. I still struggle to understand why fate chose this path, why someone so precious had to leave so soon, why love sometimes arrives only to become memory. Yet despite the sorrow, despite the loneliness, I carry gratitude, because loving you was the most beautiful chapter of my life. And if the stars are listening, if souls truly find each other beyond the boundaries of time, then one day, when my journey is complete, perhaps our paths will cross again. Not in sadness, not in tears, but beneath an endless sky filled with music and light. Until that day, I will keep your memory close, like a cherished jazz standard played softly through the night. Forever, remember, forever loved, forever a part of me. And every note I hear, every midnight melody, every whisper of the wind will carry your name into eternity. Was a season that quietly slipped away, one fleeting chapter, lost within the turning hands of time. The clock kept moving, yet my heart stood still, suspended between memory and the silence you left behind. So many nights I sat alone beneath dim cafe lights, lost in dreams only my lonely soul could understand. A gentle piano played nearby, its melodies drifting through the darkness like old letters, never meant to be forgotten. The wounds inside my heart felt like hidden thorns, small but relentless, refusing to disappear. I tried countless ways to hide the pain, to bury the longing, to convince myself I had moved on. But every midnight breeze carried your memory back to me. My eyes would grow misty, clouded by thoughts of us, while silent tears fell to the rhythm of distant jazz. Yet somewhere within the sorrow, something beautiful began to happen. The shadows slowly faded. The storms that once consumed my world started breaking apart, allowing beams of light to reach my soul once more. My love, the sadness that haunted me no longer feels endless. The darkness is retreating and hope has begun to return. Tonight the trumpet sings softly, like a promise carried by the wind. The bass moves gently beneath the melody, while the piano paints silver reflections across the quiet room. A peaceful feeling emerges from the silence, a feeling that tomorrow may hold something beautiful. So I open the doors of my heart again, welcoming a brand new dawn, no longer imprisoned by regret, no longer chained by the past. The fire of resentment that once burned fiercely inside me slowly fades away. Because every time your name enters my thoughts, love extinguishes the anger before it can survive. Your name still lingers inside every lyric I write, inside every melody I create, inside every dream that visits after midnight. Like a whispered refrain, you find your way into the music. And perhaps that is why I can never truly let you go. Not because I am trapped by the past, but because you became part of the song that shaped my life. Tonight, as moonlight spills across the city and jazz drifts softly through the air, I send these melodies toward the stars, hoping somehow they find their way to you. And if you hear them, know that they carry no bitterness, no blame, no sorrow, only gratitude for teaching my heart how deeply it could love, how bravely it could heal, and how beautifully it could hope again. So the music continues. The night grows quieter, and somewhere between the final piano note and the first light of dawn, I find peace. Still reaching for you, still singing your name, yet finally learning how to smile again.
I never imagined our story would end this way. A love so pure, so carefully nurtured through the years, now drifts away like smoke into the silence of the night. Tonight the rain falls softly against the windows of an old jazz cafe, while a lonely piano plays the soundtrack of goodbye. I sit alone, listening to memories that refuse to fade. We spent so much time together, building dreams, sharing promises, believing that forever was something we could hold. Yet somehow everything changed. The seasons moved too quickly, the distance grew too wide, and the words we once treasured became echoes of another life. I never thought you would leave so suddenly, chasing ambitions, following roads that called your name louder than mine. Perhaps life offered you something greater, something brighter, something impossible to ignore. And though my heart aches, I cannot ask you to stay, because love, true love, is not a cage. It is the courage to let someone follow their destiny, even when it means walking away from your own. So go, my darling, chase the dreams that keep you awake at night. Reach for every horizon, every opportunity, every possibility waiting beyond the distance. Do not look back with guilt. Do not carry the weight of my sadness. The tears I hide tonight belong to me alone. The trumpet sings softly now, its notes floating through the darkness like blessings sent across the sky. And with every note I send a wish for you. May your path be filled with light. May every door open at the right moment. May every dream you carry find its way into reality. And may the happiness you have searched for finally find you. As for me, I will remain here for a while, keeping the memories safely tucked away inside the quiet corners of my heart. Not with anger, not with regret, only with gratitude for the love we once shared. Because some people enter our lives not to stay forever, but to leave behind a beautiful chapter So farewell, my love. The piano continues playing, the city lights continue glowing, and life continues moving forward. I release you gently into the future you have chosen. And though we must part, a part of me will always hope that every wish you ever carried finds its wings. Go now, follow your heart, follow your dreams. And if the stars are kind, may everything you seek be waiting for you at the end of the road. And if the stars are kind, may everything you see be waiting for you at the end of the road.
When the weary sun begins to fade beyond the horizon, its golden fire growing weaker at the end of a long day, and when the playful moon refuses to smile, hiding its silver glow behind restless clouds, the world feels colder somehow. The streets grow quiet, the shadows grow longer, and darkness slowly crawls across the sleeping earth. Tonight the jazz piano plays softly, its notes drifting through the silence like questions searching for answers. The trumpet sighs in the distance, echoing the uncertainty of a world longing for light. When hope feels fragile, when dreams seem distant, and when tomorrow appears hidden behind endless shades of gray, who will illuminate the way? Will there be hearts courageous enough to rise against the darkness? Will there be souls willing to shine when others cannot? Oh, little candle, small yet determined, can you become the light the world is waiting for? Can you offer even a single ray to those lost in the night? Can you burn brightly enough to inspire another heart, and then another, until darkness begins to retreat? The greatest lights are not always the largest. Sometimes they are the smallest flames, quietly glowing against impossible odds. A gentle act of kindness, a word of hope, a hand extended to someone in need. These are the sparks that change the world. The bass walks softly beneath the melody. The piano paints silver reflections, and the saxophone rises like dawn, breaking through a storm. Perhaps the world does not need one great sun to save it. Perhaps it only needs millions of little lights, each willing to shine where darkness tries to reign. So burn brightly, little candles of hope. Do not fear the night. Even the smallest flame can guide a wandering soul. Even the faintest glow can reveal a path forward. And when countless lights begin shining together, the darkness that once seemed endless will slowly disappear. For every generation carries within it the power to become a beacon for another. So shine, shine through uncertainty, shine through sorrow, shine through every storm, and let your light travel farther than you ever imagined. Because somewhere, someone is waiting for the warmth of your glow. And perhaps together, those small flames can illuminate the entire world, like a timeless jazz melody, rising gently through the night, turning darkness into hope, and hope into dawn. Last night, Natalie, I woke from a dream so vivid, a dream where you and I walked together beneath the winter sky of your distant homeland. The streets were quiet, the city lights shimmered softly, and the cold night air could not keep our hearts apart. For a moment it felt as though time had never separated us. Today, Natalie, a whole year has passed since we said goodbye. Yet the longing remains, living quietly inside my heart, waiting for the day when our paths may cross again. The promise you once whispered still echoes through my memory, like an old jazz melody that never fades away. Oh, Natalie, oh, beautiful Natalie, there was always something rare about you. Not the kind of beauty found in magazines or movies, but the kind that lingers long after the moment has passed. Graceful, gentle, effortlessly elegant, like a flower blooming in the brightness of spring. Tonight, Natalie, I sit alone in my room, listening to the soft hum of a late-night jazz record. The piano drifts through the darkness, while the saxophone sings of love, distance, and memory. Beside me rests your photograph. I carefully wipe away the dust that time has left behind, tracing the edges of your smile with trembling fingertips. And for a brief moment, the years disappear. I find myself speaking to you as though you were still here. The world keeps moving, seasons continue changing, and countless days have come and gone. Yet somehow you remain untouched inside my heart. I hardly notice how much time has passed. 1 year apart, and still your memory feels as warm as yesterday. Oh, Natalie, you are still my favorite song, the melody that lingers after the music ends. You are the soft glow at the end of a lonely evening, the dream that visits when the city falls asleep. The trumpet sighs gently, the piano sways like moonlight, and every note seems to carry a piece of you. Perhaps distance has separated us, perhaps fate has taken us along different roads. But some people never truly leave. They remain in photographs, in memories, in songs, and in the quiet corners of a waiting heart. So tonight, as the jazz plays softly through the midnight hours, I raise a silent toast to the woman I still remember, to your grace, to your smile, to your kindness, and to the hope that somewhere beneath the same stars, you might still remember me too. Oh, Natalie, as beautiful as spring, as timeless as a jazz melody, forever a part of my heart. The restless rain keeps falling, softly tapping on my window tonight, keeping me company through the silence you left behind. Since the day you slipped from my embrace, the nights have felt longer, the city lights seem colder, and every jazz melody carries a trace of your name. The piano whispers gently, while the saxophone drifts through the rain, like a love letter written across the midnight sky. Farewell, my darling, go and follow your dreams. Chase every horizon, reach for every star that calls your heart forward. Do not be afraid to take that step. Do not hesitate to walk the road that leads toward your future. Because true love does not hold someone back, it gives them wings. And though tears fall quietly upon my cheeks tonight, please do not worry for me. The rain can hide them well. What matters most is knowing that you are moving closer to the life you've always imagined. If only you knew how much you mean to me. You are the melody that lingers after the music ends, the warmth that remains long after summer fades. Every dream I carry still has your reflection in it. So go, my love, take every opportunity, welcome every possibility, and let the world witness the brilliance that I have always seen in you. The distance between us may feel endless tonight, but I believe in something stronger than miles and passing seasons. I believe in us. One day, when the rain is cleared and the years have written their stories, our paths will cross again. Perhaps beneath another moonlit sky, perhaps inside a quiet jazz cafe, perhaps when we least expect it. And when that day arrives, I will still remember the promise hidden inside this goodbye. Because this is not the end, it is only an interlude between two chapters of the same love story. The rain continues falling, music continues playing, and my heart continues waiting with unwavering faith. Farewell for now, my darling. Follow your dreams, follow your destiny, and know that wherever life may lead you, a part of my soul will always walk beside you, until the day we meet again and dance once more to the rhythm of an endless jazz romance. Together again, just you and me.
Down in the old city market, where lanterns glow beneath the evening sky, the streets come alive with laughter, music, and stories carried by the wind. In the heart of old Batavia, people gather beneath the lights, sharing dreams, trading memories, and searching for a better tomorrow. I wandered through those crowded streets, watching colorful faces pass by, until suddenly one smile caught my attention. A girl dressed in crimson, standing beside the riverside, her beauty brighter than the city lights, her presence impossible to ignore. The jazz band played softly nearby, blending with echoes of old melodies, turning an ordinary evening into something unforgettable. The river flowed quietly, carrying reflections of moonlight, while the city danced to the rhythm of hope and nostalgia. But life has never been easy. Some are born into comfort, others into hardship, and many continue walking through struggles they never chose. Like a lonely traveler searching for shelter, I came from far away, following distant dreams across endless roads. I came looking for a chance, to survive, a place where my voice could become my livelihood. So I sang beneath glowing street lamps, inside crowded cafés, and under midnight skies, letting every note carry the story of my
journey. The piano answered softly, the upright bass kept time, and the saxophone painted emotions words could never fully express. Tonight, the city feels alive. The laughter of strangers, the warmth of old friendships, the scent of food drifting through the air, and the sound of jazz blending with memories of another era. Even though life can be difficult, there is still beauty to be found in simple moments. A familiar melody, a smile from across the room, a moonlit walk beside the river, or a song shared among friends. And so the music continues, a timeless tune carried through generations, reimagined beneath the glow of modern city lights. The night grows deeper, the rhythm grows sweeter, and every soul gathered here finds comfort in the melody. Because music, like love, like memory, never truly fades away. It simply changes its rhythm and continues playing through the endless jazz of life.
When your eyes meet mine, my heart begins to race, like a slow jazz rhythm playing softly through the night. Tell me what your gaze means. Is it only kindness, or is there a hidden desire burning quietly inside your soul? I must confess, you've captured my attention. Every moment you're near me, the world seems to disappear. Only you can make me feel this sweet confusion, as though Cupid's arrow has found its way to my heart. Tonight, beneath the moonlight, the piano plays our story, while the saxophone whispers the feelings I cannot hide. I've already spoken of love, I've already called you darling, yet all you do is smile and leave me wondering. You leave me restless,
you leave me dreaming, wanting more than anything to call you mine. The city lights shimmer softly, like stars reflected on the rain. And still I wait for an answer, hidden behind your beautiful smile. I will stay faithful to this feeling, patiently waiting for the words your heart has yet to reveal. Just one confession, one gentle promise, one simple sentence could change my entire world. Because every time you're close, the music grows sweeter, the night feels warmer, and my soul feels alive again. I've fallen under your spell, caught in this romantic melody, where every glance becomes poetry, and every smile becomes a song. So I'll remain here, listening to the jazz of midnight, holding on to hope, believing that someday you'll finally look into my eyes, take my hand and softly say the words I've been waiting to hear. Until then, the piano will keep playing, the moon will keep shining, and my heart will keep singing. A love song for you, endless and true, like a timeless jazz romance that never fades away.
Is there still a chance, even the smallest one, for you and me to write a story together? A story woven from laughter and tears, from quiet conversations beneath moonlit skies, from dreams we never dared to speak aloud. Because despite everything, despite the distance, despite the timing, our hearts somehow found each other. Tonight the jazz piano plays softly, its notes lingering like unanswered questions, while the saxophone sighs through the darkness with the weight of a love that arrived too late. I often wonder what our lives might have been if fate had chosen a different path. Perhaps we would have walked together, shared our fears, shared our hopes, and built a world of our own. But standing before us now, is a curtain neither of us can move, a barrier woven by circumstance, promises already made, and lives already intertwined with others. Only now do I truly understand the sorrow hidden behind your smile. Only now can I feel the silent struggle inside your heart, the same ache that keeps me awake long after midnight has passed. The city outside glows softly, rain tracing silver lines upon the windows, while the music fills the empty spaces between what we feel and what we can never have. Why did this have to happen? Why did we meet at a moment when your heart already belonged elsewhere? If only time had been kinder, if only fate had arrived sooner, perhaps this song would have had a different ending. But reality speaks louder than desire. No matter how deeply we care, no matter how sincerely we love, some roads are not meant to merge. And so I must accept what my heart struggles to release. You and I may never become the story we imagined. We may remain only a beautiful possibility, a chapter unfinished, a melody suspended in the air. Forgive me, my love, for holding on to a dream that could never fully bloom. I never wish to bring sorrow into your life, nor to stand between you and the path you have chosen. So tonight I will let the music speak what words cannot. The piano will carry my longing, the saxophone my goodbye, and the rain my silent tears. And though our hearts may never unite, I will always treasure the brief moment fate allowed us to find each other. Because some loves are not measured by forever. Sometimes their beauty lies in the fact that they existed at all. And somewhere within this endless jazz night, your memory will remain, a gentle melody, a tender regret, and a love I will never forget.
Like a rainbow painted across the sky, your face appears inside my dreams.
soft and luminous, floating through memories that time could never erase. Tonight I sit alone beneath the velvet midnight sky, listening to the gentle sound of a jazz piano drifting through the air. And suddenly I am carried back to you, to your laughter, your warmth, the way your eyes could brighten even the darkest evening. I remain spellbound, lost between memory and longing, wrapped in the sweet echoes of moments we once shared, moments that still live inside me, beautiful and untouched, like an old photograph hidden safely within my heart. Tell me, could those nights ever return? Could we once again find ourselves beneath moonlit skies, where every breath felt magical and every touch felt eternal? I still remember how the silver moonlight wrapped around us gently, turning the night into something sacred. The world seemed quieter then. The stars watched silently, the ocean whispered softly, and within your embrace I found a peace I had never known before. Now the saxophone sings your name through the darkness, its tender cry blending with the piano like two hearts searching for each other. Can you hear my song? It lives inside every note, every harmony, every lingering chord of this midnight symphony. Because since you left, the music has changed. I try to write new melodies, I search for fresh inspiration, but every song somehow finds its way back to you. Without your smile, the notes feel incomplete. Without your presence, the rhythm loses its soul. You became the music itself, the reason every lyric was born, the reason every melody found meaning. And now, when I sit beside the piano under the glow of candlelight, the silence between the notes feels heavier than ever. Still I continue playing, not because I have forgotten you, but because every song brings me closer to the memory of who we once were. So if somewhere tonight you hear a lonely jazz melody floating through the evening breeze, know that it carries a message written every trembling note, every fading harmony, every unfinished dream. It says, there is no melody more beautiful than the one created by your smile. And without it, no song will ever feel quite the same, because even now, in every symphony I create, you remain the music my heart still longs to hear.
If only I could return to the beginning of everything, to the first breath of life, to the moment I entered this world from my mother's embrace. Perhaps then I would finally understand the pain, the fear, and the fragile beauty of being human. Tonight the jazz piano moves slowly, each note echoing like memories drifting through time, while the trumpet sighs softly beneath the dim cafe lights. And as the music plays, I find myself reflecting on the long journey of life. When I was young, everything felt endless. Dreams seemed bright, love seemed pure, and the future glowed like sunrise after rain. But as the years unfolded, doubts began arriving quietly. Questions filled my restless mind about the things I once believed in, about desires I chased endlessly, about happiness that always seemed just beyond my reach. And now, after all this time, I finally understand something painful. So much of life feels fragile and temporary, like dreams dissolving at the edge of morning. The promises, the ambitions, the illusions we build, sometimes they vanish so easily, leaving only silence behind. The city outside feels older tonight. The streets move slower, the rain falls heavier, and even the moonlight seems tired somehow. Yet perhaps it is not the world growing old. Perhaps it is something within me. Maybe age does not arrive suddenly in the body, but quietly inside the soul, inside the way we remember, inside the way loneliness lingers longer, inside the way memories begin to outweigh tomorrow. Still, even through this emptiness, a small part of me continues searching, searching for meaning, for peace, for something real enough to survive the passing of time. The saxophone cries gently now, like a soul speaking honestly, for the first time in years. And suddenly I realize life was never meant to be fully understood. It was meant to be felt through sorrow, through love,
fragile moment that reminds us we are alive. So tonight I sit quietly beneath fading lights, listening to old jazz melodies, allowing my heart to wander through memory and time. And though uncertainty still follows me, I no longer fear it completely, because somewhere between pain and beauty, between youth and age, between dreams and reality, I have discovered something sacred. Even a weary soul can still find meaning in the music of existence.
There was a time when everything slowly drifted away, second after second, as though the rhythm of my heart had forgotten how to continue beating. The world kept turning, yet inside my soul everything stood still. And in the quiet of lonely nights, I retreated into silence, living only through dreams, too fragile to become real. Heartbreak lingered inside me, like hidden thorns beneath the skin, a pain impossible to escape, no matter how carefully I tried to conceal it. Tonight the rain falls softly against the cafe windows, while a lonely jazz piano whispers through the darkness, like a confession too painful to speak aloud. My eyes grow blurred again, heavy with longing, each tear carrying memories of the love I could never fully let go. But somewhere deep within this sorrow, something begins to change. The sadness that once haunted me starts fading slowly, like storm clouds dissolving at the edge of dawn. The darkness that surrounded my life no longer feels endless. A faint light appears quietly, warm and distant, yet beautiful enough to awaken hope again. The trumpet breathes softly tonight, and for the first time in so long, the music no longer sounds broken. Instead, it feels healing, a peaceful feeling spreads gently through the silence, like moonlight entering an abandoned room. And little by little, I begin opening the doors of my heart again to welcome tomorrow. The
carry the fire of resentment burning endlessly inside me starts losing its power whenever thoughts of you return, because somehow love still knows how to calm the storms within me. Your name slips quietly into every lyric I sing, into every trembling melody, into every midnight prayer, floating through the jazz-filled air. And though distance separates us, part of my soul still reaches for yours. Tonight, the city glows beneath silver rain. The saxophone cries softly beside the piano, and I realize something beautiful. Not every wound is meant to destroy us. Some wounds teach us how to feel deeply, how to forgive, how to survive, and how to love again without fear. So I will keep walking forward, carrying these memories gently, no longer chained by sorrow, but guided by the quiet hope that someday, somewhere, our hearts may finally find peace. Until then, I will continue singing your name through the language of jazz, letting the music carry my longing into the endless night.
Two young hearts fell quietly into love, a romance blooming gently within the hallways of their school days, like a soft jazz melody floating through warm afternoon air. Their story began simply with shy smiles, secret glances, and dreams only youth could understand. Gali and Ratna, two names forever intertwined, made promises beneath fading sunsets and rainy classroom windows. Promises of loyalty, promises of forever, promises whispered softly, as though time itself would never dare separate them. Tonight the piano sways slowly, carrying memories of first love through candlelit streets and midnight cafés, while the saxophone hums tenderly, like a heart learning how to love for the first time. Oh Gali, oh Ratna, your love feels timeless, pure as the innocence of young souls discovering each other before the world becomes complicated. The stars seem brighter whenever your story is remembered.
Even the moonlight feels softer somehow, as though the universe itself wishes to protect your love. No tragedy, no sorrow, no cruel hand of fate could ever truly erase what was written inside your hearts. Because some loves are too sincere to disappear. They survive inside memories, inside songs, inside old photographs touched by time, and inside every romantic jazz tune played beneath the midnight sky. The city sleeps quietly tonight, but somewhere your story continues dancing. Slowly, beautifully, like two souls swaying together to the rhythm of endless music. And though the years may pass, those seasons may change, the tenderness between Gali and Ratna will forever remain alive. A love story wrapped in moonlight, youthful hope, and the warm sound of jazz echoing softly through eternity.